Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you guys are doing pretty well. Now, we are learning Unit 6 in the English of Grade 2, right? Now, today we'll be talking about the paragraph. In the last class of Unit 6, that means the first class of Unit 6 that I provided, we talked about how you should teach your students about the paragraph. That means they should be able to write paragraph after completing this unit. Now, if you just finish these classes so early by taking only 5 or 6 classes, the output could be devastating. That means it could be like this: after completing the units, your students are not being able to write paragraph. So here you need to take time. You need to make sure each of your students are learning to write sentences that are related to each other, or sentences about a particular topic, which we call a paragraph, right? So this is where you need to take time. The first class I just told you how to do it. In this class I'm going to show you in more detail how you should teach your students about paragraph. That means how they should learn to write paragraph. Okay, in the unit 6 class 2 you could see there are two paragraphs in the starting page. We start this paragraph and then we help our student to write something or similar things like this. Okay, like this. The first one is talking about my birthday party. So it's about party, and that party is thrown for the occasion of birthday. So before getting into the detail, you should explain to student what is a birthday and what is a party. Now then you tell them the birthday party. Now first you tell them what is a birthday. Yes, and why do we make or throw a birthday party? That's a tradition that has come from the Western region, right? We usually do not celebrate our birthday here, and in our culture it doesn't suit it or support it. But slowly we have been grabbing this culture of celebrating birthday. This is what we call a birthday party, right? When you celebrate birthday, invite people at your home and they come at your home to celebrate your birthday. You cook some food for them and you throw or do parties, arrange music and so on. So that is what we call the birthday party. So you explain it first. What is a birthday party? Then you get into the context of this book. Alright, then you say, well, let's see how you could talk about your birthday party. All the things that we're talking here in this book is talking about different contexts of a birthday party. Now it's my birthday party, that means whoever is reading, it's his birthday party description. He's talking about his birthday party, which is already past. Now the first one, I had a birthday party yesterday. See, it is already past. Then I'm talking about it. It has already happened, and now I'm talking about the party. I had a birthday party yesterday. Now what happened in that birthday party? Mommy baked me a cake. Mommy baked me a cake. Daddy put up streamers and balloons. Daddy put up streamers and balloons. So mommy baked me a cake and daddy put up some streamers and some balloons around the house to decorate it, right? So you tell them what are streamers and what are balloons. They already know balloons, but perhaps they don't know what are streamers. So you tell them what are streamers. So what daddy did? Daddy put up some streamers and some balloons and decorates the house. All my friends came for my party. What happens then? All my friends, that means I have called my friends and they came here for the party, came to my house. All my friends came for my party. So the friends brought something for me that calls presents. They brought me nice presents. So what happens? The friends, they brought you nice presents. Well, that's something, right? So if you throw a party, people will come and join and they bring presents for you. Now, what is a present and how do you do it? What could be presents? What are the things that could be given to your friends as presents? Discuss these things in the classroom as well. You will get more ideas. The students will have more ideas about these things. Then what we did, we had burgers, pudding, chocolates and cake. That means we ate burgers, that we had burgers in the menu, we had chocolates in the menu, then we also had the cake that mommy baked for me, and then we ate some pudding. So if the students know all about all these foods, then you don't need to explain. Now if they don't know it, tell them what are chocolates, what are puddings, what are cakes and so on. So they ate all these things. Then what happens? We played many games. So the whole party was enjoyable, right? This is what you're going to explain on sentence each time and discuss it with the students. Use your Rohingya language, that's not a problem, but make sure they understand the main fact and then also make sure they can speak these sentences in English. Just like this. Well, I had a birthday party yesterday. Then what happened? Mommy baked me a cake. My dad put up streamers and balloons. My friends came here or came to my house for the party. They all brought nice presents for me. Now, after that we ate burgers, chocolates, pudding and the cake. Also, we played many games. And the party was very enjoyable. See, I have gone through all the sentences. It's just like a speech or talking about this birthday party. So make sure after your class, your student can talk like me. That means they can talk about these sentences or these things they do in the birthday party. Now, once they can speak it, it would be easier for them to write as a paragraph, right? So make sure to explain it, make sure they understand it, make sure they can speak all the paragraph at a time, and then, only then, you get to the next part of exercising. Means ask them to write. That's how you develop the students' paragraph writing policies or skills. Now, that is the way of teaching the paragraph writing. I am showing you for the next paragraph as well, like how you should do it. There are various ways of teaching students. Remember, all of them will not learn in a particular way. Everyone has their own way of learning. So make sure you use as much variations in your teaching as possible. Okay? That would help the student to grab what you are talking or what you are trying to teach them. Now let's do it for the second paragraph. What do we say? My classroom. So in the grade 1 you already have taught them different objects of classroom. So now it's time for the students to give a details or description about the classroom they are studying, right? Let's just see what our book says here. So you talk or go through the explanation procedures using this text, but make sure the students bring the examples of their classroom. Okay, I'm gonna show you how. My classroom is big. Now, is your classroom big? You discuss it. The student here is saying that my classroom is big, but is your classroom big? Ask it to the students. If they think it is big, then they will write it's big, or if they think it's not so big, it's medium or small, they'll write it like this way. My classroom is medium sized. My classroom is huge. My classroom is small. It's saying it has many windows. Do your classroom has got windows? Now, if it has got windows, then the student will write it has got many windows. Or other hand, well, the sad thing is my classroom has got no windows but a door. So this is how you teach them practically. You take the context from here and then you match it to your current situation or environment in your classroom. What are there? What are the things that you have in your classroom? Okay? Now, there's a blackboard in the front. Do you have a blackboard in the front of your classroom? No. All of you are using whiteboards, right? So you'd say there is a whiteboard in front of the classroom. You don't use a blackboard, so don't say it's a blackboard, it's a whiteboard. Alright guys, there are benches and tables for us to sit. Compare it to your classroom. Do you have benches and chairs in your classroom? Not all of you have got it. Those who have got some benches, you would say we have got benches in our classroom, and those who do not have benches in the classroom, you say, well, we do not have benches in the classroom, we sit on the floor. There's a mat for us to sit, or something like that. You write it in your own way, okay? So that would give us a more authentic idea that the students are understanding. So you ask them to read this text, then you ask them to write it on their own method about their own classroom. You get me, right? So you convert it, you discuss it, you help them understand it, then you ask them to say about it, then you ask them to write. Alright, here pretty charts are on the wall. It's saying that pretty charts are on the wall. That means there are some charts or pictures hanged on the wall of the classroom. Do you have something like that? If you are hanging some pretty pictures, charts or anything at the wall of your classroom, you talk about that. Relate it, okay? There's a table and a chair for the teacher. It is saying that there's a chair and table for the teacher. It is usually in the front of the classroom, right? But do you have these things in your classroom? If you do not have, whatever you have. If you have a chair in front of your classroom for the teacher, you say it, there is a chair in front of the classroom for the teacher to sit. There are many books for us to read. You could also ask them how many books they have got. For the grade 2 students, they have got 3 books, so we could say we have 3 books for us to read, and the grade 1 student will say we have only 1 book for us to read. See, this is how you take a context and you match with the real situation. The very first one was a birthday party. That's why I didn't discuss about anything relating to the reality. But now you're talking about classroom or any other object that goes with the real situation there in the camp. You take the context from the book, then you match it with your own situation or the context, actual context in the place. Now, considering or comparing these two things, the student will learn more faster and more easier. Now, once you have done this, then you go to the exercise section. Here, well, it's just like the last one we have showed you. You ask them to write 5 sentences about a birthday party. So whatever they have understood from the birthday party, they will write it here and it will be relevant, and then ask them to say about it. And then you do the same thing for the next paragraph, my classroom. You ask them to write about their classroom, not the classroom they have learned here in the book. Okay, so it's like this. Well, my classroom is very small. It has got some benches for us to sit. There's a whiteboard in front of the classroom and the teacher write on it. There's a chair for the teacher to sit, and there are 30 students in our classroom or 20 students in our classroom. Now, also there are 3 books for us to read in the classroom. Our classroom has got no window, or our classroom has got 2 windows, and there are fans, and we have got electricity in the classroom, and any other things. The charts or pictures are hanging at the wall. So whatever they want to write or they can tell about their classroom, you ask the student to say it at once. First, they should be able to say it. Once all of them could say something, at least 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, at least 4 sentences about their classroom, then you ask them to write. Then you go to the exercise part. Okay, so this is going to take time. First you discuss, the next day you discuss again, and then you ask the student to do it on their own. Ask them to speak up, and then if you are satisfied with their speaking, with their speech they are giving about this classroom or other paragraph topic, then you ask them to write. This is the best way of training the students to write about a different topic, about a particular topic. That is what we call paragraph. A topic we get 4, 5, even more than 10 sentences is a paragraph. Have you got me? I hope you guys have understood how you should teach paragraph. For the unit 6 class 3 we have got the same thing, so use the same way. It's the rainy day, right? So you talk about the rainy day, then you discuss about what happens the usual rainy day at the camp, then you ask the student to talk about the rainy day they experienced. If they can speak or say 4, 5, 6 sentences about a rainy day, then you ask them to write in the exercise book. That's how you finish the unit 6 class 3. So paragraph writing should be going like this. Yes. So this session should cover Unit 6 class 2 and Unit 6 class 3. Alright guys, that's all for today. See you in the next class. Bye.